Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one, that moment you guys have all been waiting for. Over the years, I've heard him thrown out as a character numerous times, so I feel like a lot of people are going to be excited for it. St. Patrick's Day today, and the character release is Hornswoggle. Swoggle. He is here. If you've been waiting for him, he's here. Good news is there's probably stuff in here that most everyone will like, I suppose. This is gonna be mini spoiler, you won't believe my favorite moveset. Anyway, he's a chaotic era he's a chaotic trickster, ruthless aggression era. So chaotic trickster, ruthless aggression era. Link, he's got the Irish Link, which was changed to have any color move start with 2 more move point. And then the RA matchy match 1 and the stock Swoggle gear. So his coach ability, right now he's at 25k. I tossed him on Godfather with a middle line and normal stuff. So using 3 moves, Godfather hit for like 11 million. With the buff and stuff, not playing, risky sort of thing. So you extrapolate that out 4 times, probably Godfather he'll make do 45 million if you take him gold, which is not anything crazy. So the coach ability, again, I didn't play him at gold, so I could be wrong about that. But what I tested at silver, not impressed with the coach ability. So for me, it's a coach I will likely never use. I don't think, probably, yeah. So unless somehow Godfather can 3-click for, twice as much as I think he's going to be able to. And I have been wrong before. So that's with a middle lane too. And even then I wouldn't want to use Godfather because there's better showboats. So anyway, long story short, I don't think the coach is that cool. However, Hornswoggle is, and he's got a lot of really cool animations. Just throwing it out there. Swoggle Spike, 3 MP. This is my least favorite moveset. Deal 200k damage, increase your move dodge chance 98% for 2 turns, assuming that goes up to 100% at gold. Then deal 212k damage and increase your purple MP by 6. So this loads both of these moves, so 3 MP to get started. Swoggle Spear, deal 425k damage and make 30 gems into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, deal 94k damage and increase all your moves damage by 24% for 2 turns. If broken by you, deal 94k damage and decrease the damage of all your opponent's gems by 9% for 2 turns. That's also 3 MP. And then 3 MP Swoggle Stomp. Deal 947k damage, choose a 1x7 area to swap into green gems. Strap, I'm running an armor strap with this to take advantage of the trap gems. No plates on, 50% armor, armor 1s, purple move damage metal, etc, etc. Entourage, Rocky, it's only silver on this account, so he's doing 70% instead of 100. KO, 2 purple MP, 1 for your turn gives you 3. All your purple moves are loaded and they do 100% more damage. 40% more damage from Hall of Fame Trish, and Gooker is silver, so 50% more damage from Gooker on the purples. So you can see that brings it up to 1.5 and 3.4 million. Anyway, let's run it. See what it looks like. You could also sub instead of Rocky, Honky Tonk Man for a proper full defensive build. I'm just adding some more damage in there. So he has 99 MP, but the purples would be loaded in feud to start this way after 99 MP. So you throw your traps out, 30 of them. And then pick one. The edge columns are obviously the safest. So pick the one that has, of the 2 that has the most. We got, what, 4 or 5 here. That's the same, doesn't matter. So that is 45% increased gem defense. And you could just as easily, honestly, start with this. So if you cascade, you have the dodge intact. You probably should, safety-wise, start with the Swoggle Spike, to be honest. You would just lose out on the purple from KO there, or the damage from Rocky, but that probably is the safer way to play. For a second time through, you're going to fill the whole board with the trappy traps. So now we're gonna get 12 total at 9%. That's, I don't know, a lot of percentage. More than 100. Pin him. 1, 2, and then the third turn he didn't kick out. So that works okay. It works pretty well if you're into armor builds. You'll like that. So you got the armor build for people. This is the damage build. We're going to switch to a gem damage strap. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. So 100% gem damage strap, purple move damage metal, you know, standard. Oh, that last build, I didn't run it because, you know, the move damage was not crazy anyway. You can use Chelsea plate. You make trap gems. I think I want to say increases your purple like 150% or 200% your move damage, but his base is so small, you're not going to get that much more damage out of it, so I didn't think it was that impressive. Plus, it's not my favorite moveset, so, you know. Spoiler, my favorite moveset doesn't need plates or even a strap. So we're going to bring in 2 new moves. Swoggle Swing. I feel like people are going to love this animation. It's a combo move, also 3 green MP, 212k damage, choose 7 gems to make into loot gems, then do another 212k damage, make all loot gems into multiply gems of strength 19. Then the Tadpole Splash. 7 MP finisher, cheap. 1.1 million damage, make all loot gems into green gems, pin the opponent. It's also hardcore, so if your opponent is focused, does another 1.18 million damage, increases the strength of your multiply gems by 5. So to get loaded super cheaply with this one, we're going to take advantage of new Liv. She will give 2 green MP and add gold to multiply instead of just the 1 you're seeing here. So your multiply strength would actually be 21. IRS lets us make 5 more loot gems, so we have to choose, but this gets us a lot of loot gems on the board. Chelsea, of course, green and multiplies, do 60%, and Gunther for multiplies, do 60%. So, because it's a really big multiply, that 60% is rather beefy. And let's see what this looks like at silver. Of course, this has the built-in move dodge, so Steiner won't be able to hit his moves if we don't beat him. Now we can put all these loot box gems out, and you want to connect them to the greens. So like that's perfect, that kind of thing. What do we got left? Let's do this. Like that. So it's a little bit of choosing, but now we have a lot of big multiply gems on the board, so let's see how hard we hit. 28 million there at silver. Not bad. I mean, that's probably about 60 million at gold. With the multiply setup, it's okay. It's not bad. That's no plates, though. And you're going to get some variance depending on how you're able to slot your multiply gems and if any other loot boxes match up appropriately. So I'll run that one more time and then I'll put a plate on, because there is a plate we can use, for sure, for sure. You could, instead of IRS, of course, use another multiply trainer, but I feel like having the extra multiplies is more beneficial in this case. So there's that. So like here, we're going to pick up 2 extras, right, that we wouldn't normally get. So that's a bonus. And actually, we could do this kind of thing here, like so. We're going to get another loot box gem there. Another extra there, and another extra there. So this one will be an extremely hard hit, but maybe not as realistic as it could be. Trying to think of where I can put this and not mess it up. I think we're just gonna hold this one. There's probably a spot, but I'll cascade. I cascaded anyway, because I don't know how to play and I'm blind. That is a very friendly board. Yeah, that was 30 million. Maybe closer to 65 on that at gold, so... so that's pretty cool. right? You can use the jade plate on this, of course, for an extra 100% when you make the multiplies. So let's just throw that on, see how big it gets. If it gets into range of what we need to keep people down. Also, this last feud saw increased health pools. I wonder if that's going to be standard or if it was a one-off for the lovely steel cage rules. Is jade plate in use? No, I'm just blind. There it is. It says jade on it. That's how blind I am. I should probably read the description of the jade plate for you guys. Whenever you make 10 plus multiply gems, increase your green gem damage 100% one turn. You could also use the Buzzard's Beak, which would also give you 100% because you're using the 2 green moves. So you could also use Buzzard's Beak here. Either work. They're interchangeable. Two. I don't see any way to pick up that extra loot box, but we'll get that one and this one. And here's the problem, because we have so few loot gems. This one is not ideal, because we're going to end up... Actually, let's do this different. Let's go. I need to use my loot box gems up here. That's fine. That's fine. I think it's fine. Nope, take you back, and let's do that. I think I didn't cascade? I did cascade. I'm blind. It's fine. No one's watching me for my excellent non-cascade gameplay. That's completely my fault, not Hornswoggle's. He would have hit harder. Really bad board, but my bad on the gameplay. Apologies. You can see the really funny thing about Hornswoggle is he's so short. I find the dodge appropriate because they completely whiff there, so that's super funny. Super funny. We have more greens on the board. The 3 greens is really not ideal. It gets things really clustered, in my opinion. Hard to see. I, of course, am blind. You probably aren't. Much better. And this will probably be a much better hit. 37 million. So, you know, that's going to do probably 75 plus that gold with the jade plate when it's set up right. So, a little choosy there. Now I have what's going to shock people. My favorite build for Hornswoggle is a sub.
What?
My favorite build for Hornswoggle is a sub. Triple blue. Let me just do this and remove the strap. What? So we got the Swoggle Smash, we got the Swoggle Stretch, and we got the Leprechaun Bomb. They're all 4 blue MP. Kind of doesn't, sort of recycles, not really. Swoggle Smash, 4 MP, 473k damage, make 48 random gems into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, deal 94k damage plus 284k bonus damage for every submission gem.
What?
He puts out 17 submission gems. So if all of the boards are on the gem and he breaks one of the traps, all of the subs are on the board. So that would be 17. And if it's only one trap, times 284,000. That's 4.8 million. If he breaks 2 traps, it's 10 million. 3 traps, it's 15 million. And of course, as you lose them, it goes down. So diminishing returns. Also, remaining sub-gems turn into power gems of strength 852k. Very big power gems. Very, very big. And then the Leprechaun Bomb. I'm actually not going to use it. Deal 700k damage plus 124k bonus damage for every trap gem. You might be like, Mherex, why aren't you going to use it? Because 48 gems times 124,000 is 5.9 million, and I'd rather focus on the sub trainers. I guess you could You could run the trap trainers and maybe get that up, but you'll see why I went with the sub trainers, because I really just want the damage to come from the trap gems when the opponent breaks them, right? The real reason this is in here is because it's a reversal. If the opponent uses a move to fill any of their moves MP, then deal, what do we got here? Is that 3.78 million? Then steal the opponent's turn. So it's one of those MP up reversals. Entourage for this one, I'm just going to use all sub guys. If you don't have Hall of Fame Foley, no big deal. You'd use Lawler here, and then then just put Eddie here, because Eddie will actually give you 10 turns instead of 9. So we got Foley for 2 blue MP and blue subs last 2 more turns. Steiner for blue subs do 100% more damage and 2 blue MP, so our moves are charged. And then of course we got the sub guys here in Logan and Roman. So his sub is doing 1.41 million for 9 turns. If you were wondering how much that was, the sub's 12.7 million. But then we have all this other stuff going on, right? So this is with no strap. And I could hit this other blue move. Like I said, I could. His animations are hilarious, by the way. I know I haven't made a big deal out of it, but they are absolutely hilarious. But there's really, you don't need to, because it doesn't do a ton of damage. So you can hit it if you want or not. You see, look at when he breaks the trap gems with the sub gems on the board, he completely shreds his life. And it's just kind of ridiculous how much life that shreds, because what's he got, like 67 million health or something like that. And I've played this a bunch of times and it just wins every single time. So unless somebody has like escape artist plate, I mean, this is kind of the way to go. Super low investment, doesn't need a full MP trainer, don't need a strap. It's 2-click sub that goes pretty dang quick. The only downside is the only way that it recycles is you're going to have to break your own trap gem to fill your MP, because there's no blue here. So what I would recommend is a strap. Probably to be extra annoying, I would run Vitality with this. Vitality strap if I had it. And then I would put any kind of swipe and get blue on it in case I don't fill it up. And then maybe even one of the break whatever 4 or something, get blue potentially, I don't know. But at least the swipe and get blue of something in the primary slot, just to recycle, just in case. Although I haven't seen it really go wrong yet. Let me up the speed back up. I just wanted to show you guys so you could just watch how fast their life drains with this. This one has been much worse. So this is actually the first time it's never completely drained somebody for me. So this is good. It'll show that, and it wasn't really close, but if we can break 1 trap gem, we can refill our moves. And just start back over. I'll show you the Leprechaun bomb here too, because it's also funny. Swanton. And then, of course, there. So you will occasionally have moments or times where, for some reason, they break too many of your sub gems. So he's not perfect, right? But he is really cool. And I do appreciate the diversity of the stuff, the moves and whatnot. I just like this because it's really low investment. Low charge, low investment, don't need a lot to run it. And you can see normally kind of a non-factor, although but there are chances, the more health they have, the more you're gonna have to hit that sub again. So it's definitely worth noting, like, when things go completely perfectly and it's random, I think you'll probably take out, you know, maybe close to 100 million health if they're not hitting the sub gems right away. Also, I don't know at gold if he gets extra sub gems or not. Really don't know. Hard to say. And you could potentially focus on the trap guys instead. Have less sub turns and just hope for the best there. But I mean, even if you get like another, I don't know. I guess you could maybe get a couple 100%. Like, you know what? Let's do the trap guys too. I just felt like the more turns was better. But let's just do the trap guys too, because you can probably get that one pretty big with all the trap people. And we can just go Lawler here instead. So bonus footage. Let's try the trap people just for fun. Because Hornswoggle's kind of fun, so I think, yeah, he deserves it. Let's just go with that. Gem damage. I think there's a 100%er on the traps. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say it's Tiffy time. So we might be able to get up to like 15-ish, 16 million on those traps. She might be equipped. Or Dakota, maybe. I think Dakota's 50%, though, for some reason. I do think Tiffy's 100. We're going to find out here in a second. Yeah, Tiffy's 100. So we'll just go Lawler and Tiffy, and then we're going to lose some sub turns here, though. But that's okay, because it does last a long time. So let's see what we can get for trap damage here. We have Steamboat. So why not? Let's just see what we do. Because maybe you guys like this better. Let's do... Let me turn this off now too. So now we're doing... What is that? 4.2 million on the sub. But now we have 50 trap 49, because you can't have 50, times 372,000. Might be worth it. 18 million. So maybe that's worth it to you guys. Again, this also isn't affected by strap. It is an extra move, but maybe it's worth it in case you have bad luck. Perhaps. So 66 million down to 48. And then we'll hit the sub. So maybe it is worth the extra move. I don't know. You tell me. We won on the last sub turn there, maybe. Or maybe you should use the extra move on the first one just in case. I'm not really sure. To be honest, it's weird playing with the sub for me. But it is pretty fun. I think? Question mark? I'm really curious what you guys think about Hornswoggle. Do you like his design? Always curious to hear you guys' comments, right? Would you play him with the trap trainers, or would you play him with the sub trainers? I think maybe the trap trainers is better now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe? I don't know. I guess I'd probably have to play like a ton of battles before I decided. But you can see like 2 turns left there. It is gonna probably consistently win a lot unless you run into escape artists, but there's very little reason to run escape artists these days because we're not in the super sub world at all anymore. So yeah, curious what you guys think. Hornswoggle's pretty cool. I wouldn't put him as my best trickster for sure. I like JBL personally. Hall of Fame JBL I think is the best. R-Truth, if you have all this stuff, is also kind of a 2-click monster. Love R-Truth. Those are my favorite two. And then Macho with good stuff. NWO Macho right behind those. Those would be my top 3 tricksters. But Hornswoggle is certainly very good. He'd make my top 5 for sure. I'm not crazy about his coach, but I think he's fun. So that's cool. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share because that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck out there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with him. I think a nice addition to the game. He's solid, he's good, and he's new. We don't have a Hornswoggle yet, so that's pretty cool. And then more tricksters, kind of always welcome. So yeah, that's what I think.